My name is Michael. I have 20 years of sales, internet marketing, and multimedia creation experience. I am self-taught and been self-employed for quite some time. Over that journey of the last 20 years, I've also held some positions with some companies who hired me to manage marketing internally. But I would say for the most of my professional career, I have been self-employed and providing marketing services for businesses of all sizes. It doesn't matter how small or large. I'm able to kind of scale to whatever need you have based on where you are in your business and the direction that you'd like to go. I love helping people get started, because I remember what it's like to be an aspiring entrepreneur and trying to find your path. So the things that I do, my approach to consulting and the way that I like to package our services are really geared towards people who may not be all that familiar with all the things that need to be done. They just know that, hey, I need to be marketing, I need to be on social media, and I need to have a very good professional image. We're able to fill in those gaps, and I also like to make sure that our clients are educated about the work that we're doing. Not to the point where you have to know how to do everything, but really just so that you understand the decisions that we make and the reasons we do certain things so that you can see the big picture, how that's going to affect your outcome and the goals that you want to achieve. Now, let's talk a little bit about why Facebook. You hear people talk about Facebook being dead. Oh, I'm sick of Facebook. Like everyone has their own experiences. But regardless of what your personal experience on Facebook is, no one can deny the power of the business side of what Facebook offers as tools. Number one, you have a platform where you have 2 billion people with potential to be able to see you in your business. Like that's huge to have that sort of potential reach in what you're doing. There aren't too many places outside of Instagram that Facebook also owns and YouTube that you can have access to that many people. Back in the day before social media and when we didn't have these platforms, like you were spending big money to be able to get in front of people. And now with some free tools and maybe a much, much smaller ad budget, you're able to get your business in front of more people. You're able to gather some information from demographics so that you can kind of tailor your message to who you want to reach. So I'll talk about some of those tools that are used in that and help you get a good foundation as to what Facebook has for you today. Make sure you are using it, and if you're not using it, provide you with some resources to help you get started using it. So the other thing that's going to be part of this is that nowadays with Facebook and Instagram being owned by the same company, there's a lot of very easy integration between the two. So I say, most of us don't want to take the time that is needed to post on all these different social media platforms. There are a lot of different tools out there that you can use to do some cross-promoting for you. But what I've been doing is I've actually been integrating my Instagram and my Facebook accounts so that when I post on one, I can also have that cross-posted on the other. The other benefit to it is that I'm able to then manage ads and campaigns across both platforms and get data from both platforms. So I'll show you a little bit of that today. Here. So now our 5 things that we're going to cover in this presentation is we're going to talk about how to optimize your personal profile. I'm going to talk about how to create a branded business page and why that's important. Mentioned connecting your page to Instagram. We'll cover Facebook Insights and let you know what that is. And then I'll close out with Facebook Ads Manager, just giving you a very high level view of what that is and how that works. A lot of people don't realize this, but your personal profile actually has a couple key places that you should complete and that you should fill out so that you can do some cross promotion for your brand over to your business page. Now, there are some very distinct differences between your business page and your personal page. And one of the most important things is that you don't have access to Facebook's powerful marketing and advertising tools when you don't use a business page. So let's pull up my page here in this tab, and I will show you what I'm referring to. The tips that I shared here is to use a branded graphic for your cover image, to use an intro to support your personal brand. I'll show you what that is. To add your business as a workplace, and we'll show you that, and add featured links and make them public. So we're talking about optimizing your personal profile. This is our first of 5 tips to help you with Facebook marketing. So let me go back to my profile page and show you exactly what I mean. One of the tips that we shared was to use your cover image up top for some cross promotion. Now, I always think about our website or your social media profile. I always think about all these online platforms as online real estate. Now, imagine how much it would cost you to have a physical property where you can put up a banner or put up a billboard um, promoting your business. Like, you really should think about these platforms in a very similar way. I treat the social media platforms as well as my own website as real estate. I think about how low the cost is to have that type of real estate. Usually a domain name is maybe about $12 a year, and you're paying maybe $100 for hosting. What you can do with that space it's unbelievable what you can achieve with it. So think about your personal profile as real estate to be able to cross promote your business. I know some people really want to keep those two separate, and if that's what you want to do, definitely you need a business page, and that's understandable. But Facebook would not let you actually have a business page unless it's connected to a personal page. And their idea behind that is that because it can't be a business without people. So if you don't want to make it your subject of your post, that's completely okay. I'm going to show you some things that you can do. So one of the things you can do is update your cover page or your cover image on your profile. Up here is a space, what they call the cover photo. You can update that and select photos that you have posted from your timeline, or you can upload photos from your computer to be able to do that. Now, we offer a service at Manager Media for social media graphics. And with social media graphics, we're able to design graphics for things like this. So if you want something that's branded on your personal page or on your business page that shows your company, the other thing that I always do is when you update these and when you add these, they actually go as a post. So when people see this, they'll also see it in their timeline feed, and they can see captions. So take advantage of the fact that you have the ability to put a caption and a link here. You'll see on my personal page, I have a link over to wemergemedia.com, and I use this as an opportunity to be able to do some ad-ins promotion for my business. So this is just on my personal page where I have this. It's a good use of that space. You can put a picture of some trip or some vacation you're on if you want to. But if you're in business, I recommend using that real estate for your business. Another thing that a lot of people really overlook is this left side panel here. Now, oftentimes, most of us are on our phones, and you can access this information from the phones, but it does appear a little bit different. So you may find when you go to your profile and you go look at your profile, the layout's going to be different, but know that the information is still there and it's still searchable. So there's a section here on the left where your bio normally goes that says intro. Now, what I've done there with my intro is I actually put some things that I want people to know me for. So this ties back to the conversations I've been having on the Uncover Your Greatness podcast about how do you want people to know you? How do you want people to perceive you? And I want people to know me as a podcaster, a marketing consultant, and a solopreneur, which is basically someone who, now I may need to change that. Typically, that's kind of been working alone as an entrepreneur and don't have the business structure of a team, which I now have. So that's just something that I'll need to update. And it's really just as simple as coming here and editing your bio, and you can type whatever you need in here. They give you maybe like 70, 80 characters or something like that. But take advantage of that space, because that's your perfect opportunity to have people begin to see you the way you want them to see you. The other sections that you need to use here is the employment, the workplace. They give you space to be able to add your workplace. They give you a place to be able to add your links to any other external profiles. Like, all this stuff here is public. These are all opportunities for you to get links going back to your website or back to other social media platforms that you have. So it's just a matter of just clicking edit details. Once you do that, you'll get a number of different options, and you'll notice here with work, why am I going to promote a company? Like, I don't know, I don't have any of my employment jobs here. I have my companies here. Because on Facebook, these are the things that I want people to connect to. Now, if you're employed and you want to be able to just do some cross promotion with the company you work for, great. This is a place where you can do that with the workplace. But this is an opportunity also for you to be able to list the businesses that you have as workplaces. So you'll see I've had a number of things over the years, and I've selected which ones I actually want to be visible. Right now, I just have CEO at We Merge Media visible and podcaster at Uncover Your Greatness visible. And the reason being is because people can actually click to those pages here. So if I want to get more traffic to those pages by listing them as workplaces, I can have people be able to see that. If you mouse over, you'll see that you see whatever the last few posts gives you some little headlines. So take advantage of the fact that you have that space here, again, for free. The other thing that I really like is that they let you do public links. So down below, you can do websites where I have my michaeldemond.com, which is my personal brand site. And then I have wemergemedia.com, which is the company where all our marketing services are. But in addition to that, you can add links to your social profiles. So here I have my, I believe it's Instagram, YouTube, and, oh, this is Instagram, my Twitter, and my YouTube. And those are just perfect opportunities for you to get people to be able to cross promote over to those different platforms and build your followers up either way. So take advantage of that because it's free and it doesn't cost you anything to do. And because we're on the phone so much, you often don't even know, you forget that it's there. But I come to my computer and I'm like, oh yeah, like let me go clean that up. So let's move on and let's talk about step number 2, the second marketing tip. And that is for you to create a business page. Now there's usually a lot of back and forth in between, like, oh, I have my personal page and people are more active there and they're more engaging there. Yes, because you have personal connections with those people, and Facebook give those pages more priority and those views more priority. It's free for you, so it would be great if we can run our business fully from there, which you can if you're selling to your friends and your followers. But sometimes you need the ability to reach people that you don't have a connection to, and that's really a great tool of what Facebook business pages are. So I'll go over to there and just share some of the tips that I recommend there with the business page. Number 1, it's just a free tool that you can use to increase awareness of your business online. Use social media graphics that are branded. So again, we offer that 5 graphics for $60 to get you branded graphics that you can start using in your social media pages. Showcase your services, ask for reviews, add an action button, use their offers, and claim your custom username. I'm going to show you what each one of these things are so that it makes more sense when you're looking at them. So because I have business pages, I can either come here and it shows me pages. If you're on a mobile device, it may show you something different, but these are all the different pages that I have access to. For the sake of our training today, I'm going to just share with you the We Merge Media page. And what you're looking at right now is kind of the behind the scenes view of how it looks for me as an administrator. This will look completely different for a viewer who is either new to the page or has never visited the page. So I want to point out a couple of things here that I mentioned as important things for you to pay some attention to. So first on our list was using branded social media graphics. What I mean by that is that there are image spaces similar to your cover page where you have an opportunity to put up a billboard for your business. This is the cover page of your business page. This has certain specifications, and as we design those, we know what those are, so we can design it to fit. But here's your opportunity to be able to promote a product, a service, or just kind of reinforce your brand by using this space. So that's free space. Again, when people look at your image, if they click on that image, just know that there's caption space, and there's a place here that you can put a link. So I put a link directly to the social media ad page on We Merge Media. So someone who may be looking at that and who clicks on that will be redirected over to the website where I can then have an opportunity to get them to subscribe to my email list or get them to place an order and order some graphics for social media. So if I don't know if you've experienced this, but after doing this for so long, like you put systems in place that allow money to flow through to you. And I love waking up to the sound of PayPal notifications and seeing that something was ordered while I was asleep. Like if you don't have something in place that's generating money for you while you are sleeping, like you really are missing out, really, really missing out. All right, so yes, definitely make sure, and this is why I always tell people, like, I don't care how small your business is, at least get a single page website that you can put some buttons on, and you can be having your products and your services being available for people to buy if they need it. Highly, highly recommend that, because you just never know when somebody's looking for what you have to offer. And if you are creating hurdles for them to be able to buy it and get to you, then you are missing out on potential business. So use that free billboard space there. All right. So that was one of the spaces here. I haven't completed mine yet. I wanted to partially just kind of wait and do this with you. They have this thing here called Our Story, and it's kind of like a preview to your About section. So when people visit your page, they'll be able to see that. But here's, again, is another place where you have an opportunity to add some promotional graphics or reinforce your brand. Now here I just have a very brief, who Emerge Media is. You can see that I updated this on February 2nd, which was today. But I can actually update any graphic and add a graphic here to, again, reinforce or promote our services or the company brand. So all of these things are here. All I'd have to do is just click on one, and then it'll place the image there. I always like to get an image that I think is going to fit the space well. Like this is a horizontal image. I could use this, but this is branded more for my podcast and for my personal brand page. So I'm not going to use it here. But this just gives it a nice presentation when people look at it. Again, reinforcing your brand to be able to have that image there. Free promotional space, advertising space for your business that you definitely should be taking advantage of. So for now, let me just click out of this and we'll go back. All right, so let's go to reviews. So reviews is another section here where it's very important to use, because nothing like third-party endorsement. When other people say you do good work and speak and endorse your work, that goes much further with people who may be considering doing business with you. Now, I hadn't been using my We Merge Media Facebook page for years when I was working full-time. And, when I came back to it, I'm like, oh, man, there's just so much stuff I haven't been doing. And this is coming from somebody who does this for other people. It's kind of like the hairstylists who who don't do their hair, but they do everybody else's hair. Like, that's really how I was operating. And I'm just like, ooh, this is not a good representation of what you can do or being a good guy for people. So I made it an effort to get this cleaned up, since I have more time to be focused on it now. And I only had like maybe one review, I think it was. So one of the things that I did is I started reaching out to people who use my services recently and asked them if they would be kind enough to just go and do a review. So here's a social media graphic that I designed for Jocelyn. Thanks, Jocelyn, for providing a glowing review. She provided a review for me here. Now other people can see that when they come to the page and see what other people have to say about We Merge Media. Got one from Curtis Fleming Jr. He's someone who I've known for such a long time through the Pinnacle Motivations group. And we've kept in touch over the years, and I'm looking forward to working with him again to do some rebranding with him. And he also took some time out to write a review. So it's just good for you to just go through these and contact the people that you've done business with who can endorse your work and let other people know how you work. Denise was another. She got a social media graphic and she wrote a great review for me as well. So just make sure you ask people. A lot of times we think, oh, why won't people just go and do a review for me? You really have to take the initiative and ask people to do so. And most of the time people are just like, oh yeah, you may have to remind them here and there, but you'll do so. Sometimes you'll get reviews that may not be the best and that, you don't like. Facebook gives you an opportunity to come on here and you can comment as your company. You may see that on other sites where you can come and, you can ask the customer to contact you if something didn't go well. If you'd like, you can do so. So reviews are just part of life. You're not going to always have good reviews. Just understand that, it's nice to, but sometimes you just, not everyone's a good match for you. You just have to accept that and keep moving on. So reviews are good. They're good to get. I'm going to get them more this week. My goal is to get at least up to 10 reviews on here. So that means I have to just contact people and ask them to do so. So make sure you take advantage of that, because that, again, is another good way for you to get some promotion for your business. Now, the other things that Facebook offers on your business page, which you can't get on your personal page, is what they call an action button. So the action button here, this usually when you don't have anything there, it'll say, add a button. And they have the ability for you to add a number of different action things that people can do. So if you take appointments and you want people to book a consultation, you can come to book with you, and then it'll give you a button on the page that says book now. You can have people contact you. You can put a learn more about your business and send people to a certain page or website. If you have an app, you can have people download your app. This is all like still free stuff. Like, we haven't talked about anything that's going to cost you any money. So make sure you take advantage of this. I decided to use this for offers, and I'm creating some offers that appear on the side of the page here. So when people come to the page, like one of my clients was smart. She had a new client offer. So if you were new, you pay like $99 at her spot, and you got to sample like 10 different services. And I'm like, oh, that's smart, to set something up like that so somebody can get a full experience of what it's like to use your products and services. So these offers are something that you can do for free and that you can create. You just go in here and create an offer, and then it'll ask you the details and give you the option to be able to upload an image for that. You can do discount amounts. You have all these details that you can put here. And of course, once this is up and running, you most likely can boost the post. There you go. And you can get that offer in front of more people. So these are free tools that you can use and should be using if you're looking to grow your business. So for now, I'm just going to discount that offer and move on to the next. And that's claiming your username. This kind of go back to Carmen's question. So when people look for you on Facebook, they can just go to facebook.com and they can search. But sometimes it's nice, especially on marketing materials, to be able to tell people exactly where to go. So they have what they call vanity URLs. So right now, facebook.com /WeMergeMedia. If I was to type that on a flyer or a business card, or just put like the @ symbol at WeMergeMedia, people will know, oh, okay, let me just go on to Facebook and I can search for that. That'll bring them through to the page. So up here in the highlighted section here, you'll see that when you don't have a vanity URL, this is a very long coded number. It might look something like, let me just find something with some crazy numbers, something like this. Like, you don't want something that looks like this when you're branding your business. You want to be able to get that custom URL. What happens is Facebook will let you register a business name and claim that as yours. But first thing you have to do is you have to get to the point where you have at least 25 people like your page. So they don't make that feature available to you until you get 25 people liking the page. Now, if you follow my suggestion, it'll be very easy for you to do so because they have an option here where you can invite your friends to like your page. So you most likely have more than 25 people who are friends on your personal page. If you use the invite friends link, it will send a notification out to people and then bring them over so you can get that 25 quickly and then secure that URL for your domain name for your business. So tip number 3 is to connect your page to Instagram. Now, in case you missed the earlier recording, the reason I said this is key, mostly from advertising perspective, and the fact that you get to cross-promote content. So if I was to post something on my Instagram, and if I have my Instagram connected to my Facebook business page, I can have that content being posted in 2 places without having to do it manually. I can post it in one place and then have it come across to the other. The other powerful part about doing this integration between the two is that you get the ability to run ads on Facebook and Instagram. So you see ads in your story and on your feed and your timeline of both Facebook and Instagram. When you link the two and you use Facebook Ad Manager, you can actually manage ads on both platforms, get more demographic information about both users on both platforms. It's just a lot of good information that you get. The other thing that I like about it too is that you have the opportunity to manage messages and inboxes from both. So it'll show you, oh, you received a message on Instagram. Even if you're not logged in there, you'll know if somebody commented on something or somebody inboxed you and you need to respond or reply to it. So I had to set up a Instagram for WeMergeMedia because I had always just done it under my personal, but now I have those two integrated. And all it really is once you go to edit page info, you'll see a little tab here that says Instagram. And if you don't have something connected, it'll ask you, would you like to connect? But since I already have it connected here, I can see that my Instagram account is connected. So yeah, help me, by the way. Go to Instagram and follow We Merge Media on Instagram. That's at We Merge Media. You'll be some of my first followers because I literally just set that up today. I didn't start attracting people yet. So it's nice that you can integrate those two and then share your content across both platforms, but you also have an opportunity to do cross promotion on your ads. Pretty easy one, pretty simple. All right, number 4 is utilizing Facebook Insights. So this is the 4th tip on why you need to have a Facebook business page and the difference between a Facebook business page and a personal page. On a business page, they give you insights to the people who have been visiting your page. Now, you can use this information for a couple of different things. One, to know, what your activity and your engagement has been like over a certain time period. You can learn more about how long people are staying on your page, what people are interacting with. You can see which posts are performing well. All of this stuff is going to make it better for you to decide what kind of content you want to create, but then also let you know what type of posts you may want to create that's performing well. So you have tons of information under the insights, and I'll just go through a few. So this is just at a glance. It shows you actions on a page, how many people you've reached. Change this to 28 days. You can take a look at your followers. So right now it says total page followers is 211. You can see about likes. So there's so much data here. I think one of the things that I really like looking at is the people, because sometimes we think we know who our audience is and who we're speaking to, and oftentimes you find out that it's not totally just that. I was actually surprised to see that I had more men than I had before. This number used to be about, I want to say, close to 80% women. And most of it was from the 35 to 54 range in between here. So this is good information to know because it lets me know who's visiting my page and giving me an idea as to what age demographic I may need to appeal to, because different ages receive information differently. There's different language that you use, and this all kind of goes into knowing who your brand is and what your brand is. But this information is important because it can help you not only make decisions about your content, but help you make decisions about how to advertise and who you should be advertising to, so that you're not spending money trying to speak to an audience that you're not attracting. So there's some good information here. Most of my traffic and followers are still from Milwaukee, but I've moved to LA and trying to build up a network here. Today I just started running some ad campaigns, so that'll start changing soon. So Insights is just a real good tool that you don't have on your business page, on your personal page, that you can get on your business page. All right, so that was Insights. Last but not least, I want to talk about Facebook Ads Manager. So Facebook Ads Manager is something that I've been recently using it more, and it's crazy how much stuff you can do inside of there. And we'll talk a little bit about it. So right now, I actually just set up some campaigns for a new service that we launched. Okay, I'm gonna go back this way. So Ads Manager lets you create ads, as I mentioned, across all the different platforms. You can still do and decide a budget, so sometimes people will spend a budget on boosting, and you'll take a post and you'll boost it for like $5 or $10 or whatever amount you want to spend. But what happens with that is that you're missing some additional data that you could be getting if you use the Ad Manager. And you're also missing out on all the tools in the background that they had with all the demographic info. Yeah, so this is nice. You don't have to necessarily be an expert on this stuff because they have a lot of self-guided tools in place. So they'll ask you what your objective is. Are you looking to boost an Instagram post or boost a post? Do you want to do messenger advertising? Do you want to get more visitors to your website? So these are all different functions that you can do. And based on the goal that you choose, they will guide you through and help you create an ad. Now, if this is something that's way too technical for you and you don't want to do, contact me, and this is something that we can do as a service because we do social media management for some clients. But I always want to show people at least how it works. You can decide if it's something you want to try on your own and do yourself. If you say it's just too much for you and you want to have it outsourced, then we can do so. But here they'll ask you based on, what your goal is, some questions and details. So, and it's nice that as you create this, you can actually preview how your ad's going to look. So let's say I wanted to just promote my website in general, not any specific page. I will put my URL in there. They have all these different ad formats. So you can do like a single image ad. You can do a video, a slideshow, which lets you do 10 images. That would be great if you have a product and you have like multiple angles, or maybe that product comes in different sizes and colors. That'll be a great thing to use. Carousel is something will show multiple images that viewers can scroll through, kind of like on Instagram where you can do multiple images in there. And basically all you do is just, I think I can, yeah, it'll let you use pictures that you have in here already. So let's say I wanted to do a carousel ad, and I'm going to do these 3 graphics. You'll notice that my preview updates. Oops. I didn't choose 3, that's why. Okay, so image 1, image 2, I want to choose a different image. And then image 3, let's choose another. I'm just going to choose this. All right, so now when this ad shows up in the timeline and people are looking at it, they'll be able to scroll through the different images. These images here aren't a good example of how to use a carousel, but I just wanted to give you an idea. Like I mentioned, if you have something that may have multiple types of products, it'll be good use for that. Otherwise, you can just do a single image. We can remove, and then we're back to just doing 1. So here you have an opportunity to do your headline. So your headline is what's going to appear here. Once I put that in, the headline will update. I actually want to get rid of this. Let's use this one. And then any text that you want to use in your ad is going to appear here. Now you have to be careful with this because your ad's going to show on mobile devices, and it may also show up on a desktop. And it's going to look different on each platform. So here, because I have so many characters, it cuts it off, and then people have to click more, which I may not always want to do. Sometimes I want it to just them to see the most important stuff without having to click learn more or to go through. So this is just another ad type. You can decide how much you want to spend. Like I mentioned, you can still do $5 budgets. You can run it for a certain amount of days, have it end at a certain time. Whatever your goal is, whatever you are willing to spend on doing that, it's all here. And again, if you have questions or need some assistance, we can help you with that. So that there is the last of it. Facebook Ads Manager will let you run your ads on Facebook. It lets you, they have an app, so I use the app a lot of times to just take a look at how the ads are performing. Sometimes you need to tweak them so that they can perform better. And it's just nice to be able to manage ads across all your different platforms. And if you have multiple Facebook business pages, you can use Ad Manager for the different pages too. So I have a number of different pages. Some are mine, some are clients that I have to do that for, but it's a great way to be able to do so. So just 3 things to remember as I wrap this up is get a free Facebook business page if you don't have one already. Add that to your personal page as a workplace so that you can get that cross promotion. That's number 1. Complete as much of your business page as possible. So when I was talking about the bio and filling in the services and creating offers and all that good stuff, like think about what you want to put there and fill that up as much as possible because all of that stuff is going to help you attract more clients. Those keywords that you use there, again, feed into your SEO. People are searching for certain terms. It gives you an opportunity to show up for them, which is good. So just make sure you complete as many of those sections as you can. And then last but not least is that We Merge Media is here to help you. I'm here to help you. We offer a number of different flexible payment options for most of the services. So if there's something that you need and you're just like, oh, I don't really know if I can afford it fully at a certain time, contact me. I set up payment plans oftentimes with clients. We come to some agreeable term and we can work with you because we know if we can get you to the place where we can help you bring in more money, and we give you a good service that you'll continue to work with us. So my contact information is here. You all have access to me here in the group. You can go to wemergemedia.com if you want to learn more about the company, or you can send an email to michael@wemergemedia.com if you want to ask me something offline.